But so you were getting exposed. 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 But so you were getting exposed.
We over here sipping on that young Dutch Brothers. We on that coffee and kush this morning. This morning's video, we gonna tap into a cat named Wakko the Kid. We did a video on him probably about 2-3 weeks ago. Ultimately, he had got shot leaving the recording studio in North Hollywood, and not behind no gangbanging, not behind no beef and nothing like that. Ultimately, they seen this man as a walking lick, you know what I mean? They seen him as a mark, and they motherfucking ran up and tried to get him. And now all the stuff is coming to the forefront of what really happened, and I'm gonna let him explain it. But we gonna do like we always do, you know what I mean? We finna watch this video together. I'm gonna pause it, and we can talk about it in the comments. This cat is a prime example of this new age, new era, motherfucking, you know, just anything goes, anybody can get in the door. Ultimately, like, rap just being, you know, just something that you just wake up and put on, and ultimately, you know, it's a character. You know, these rappers have turned into characters, you know what I mean? They live in their life through character mode. And this cat is a prime example in my humblest of opinions. But you know, before we get into the video, let me just tap y'all in real quick to what we on today. You know, we on that good old Cali pack right here. This is that Young Connected. I don't know, let me see if y'all can catch that. There we go. That's that tip top selection right there. You feel me? This ain't no just regular gas. Nah, this that motherfucker real deal pressure right here. And once again, you know, we on that Gelinade, you feel me? I don't think y'all can see it. My camera don't want to catch it, but yeah, shout out Connected, Cali Pack. Let's get into it.
All right, let's take a look. This is a bullet check. I feel kind of bad about doing this.
It came out right after that.
You want to show us what we're working with here?
Oh yeah, man. Hold this for me, man. Hold the airheads for me. Hold my jacket for me.
So for the context of the vlog, you took how many shots, how many weeks ago?
6, and today's 3 weeks exactly.
Oof. Fuck. What do they call that? There's a nickname for it.
A zipper.
Yeah, they call that a young zipper right there, because they had to open your ass all the way up. They had to get into the insides. I got one of them things too, you know what I mean? And just looking at bro right there, like, you would really think he'd be humble right now, because not only does he got baby skin, you know, soft, you know what I mean? Like, you one punch away from having that shit wide open again. One motherfucking punch you one time, they ripping open your whole motherfucking stomach. You know, it fucks me up that people be lost in these delusional worlds right here, because, you know, man's wearing a motherfucking front diaper so the bleeding and the leaking don't come through. But one motherfucking punch away from getting motherfucking your whole shit splat again. Your whole body is still vulnerable, you know what I mean? Like, but, you know, once again, I don't think it really humbles him. I don't think it's really set in, because he must think he like a new Tupac or something. But he don't realize the reason you got shot up is because motherfuckers thought you was a mark. In my opinion, it's probably some of them cats closest to you. They probably let the drop on them and let them know that, you know, you don't be moving with no pistol, motherfucking, you riding with two motherfucking soft motherfuckers as well, and you a walking lick. But by the grace of God, your life is still hanging on. You know what I mean? Like, young motherfucker, don't get it twisted. Like, this chance you got again is a second chance at life, because yeah, ultimately God must have something in store for you. But to go back and start being on this same little shit you was on previously before that, you think that it opened your eyes to some shit, but let's peep a little deeper. Here the man is, just sitting here with his fingers up, thug life, you know what I mean? Ultimately got the zipper, we see the baby skin. I mean, look at his eyes, like, that man ain't got God in his heart, which is unfortunate, but look at that. He's, you know, one punch away from having that shit open.
Man, I'm a motherfucking juggalo, and that's one thing I wanted to talk to you about, is that when I saw you do that ICP interview with your face painted with the Ringmaster shirt, I got that shirt, the Ringmaster.
I
got it tatted on my shoulders, bro.
Oh, really?
I got the Ringmaster tatted on me, man.
My boy.
I grew up a real deal juggalo, and you said that you've been exposed since '97 in the interview. I was born in '96.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow. I'm like, Adam, oh wow. Motherfucking both the people in this interview is definitely questionable in my humblest of opinions, you know what I mean? Because here's Adam 22, who is now moving the culture with No Jumper, right? That he moves, you know, the culture is heavily influenced by his interviews and the things he's doing. And ultimately, here he goes, he interviews anybody and everybody that get on there that got a little bit of clout. And here's this cat Wakko the Kid. Now, it's a motherfucking shame that the culture has got to this in my humblest of opinions, because, I mean, like, the cat just said he was a juggalo. Like, do we know what juggalos is? Let's rewind. So, Juggalos are a span-off from Insane Clown Posse, and these is white guys out of Michigan, and they was out in the 90s, and they paint their face like clowns, and they be on some weird shit. They on some weirdo goth type of shit, and ultimately when they get to the pen, they become either weirdos. They be setting up in the front chow hall with the homosexuals and the, you know, the Medline type of people. They be right there. They be white supremacists. They turn into white supremacists. Never in my life have I ever motherfucking seen a juggalo that was motherfucking, you know, well respected in the hood, or motherfucking a juggalo that was motherfucking. I never even heard no motherfuckers bump Insane Clown Posse in the hood ever in my life. I've never heard a car roll up bumping it unless it's some weird motherfuckers. And I don't know where everybody else is at, but in the cities, inner cities, maybe in like Michigan and, you know, places like that that's a little further. But I know out west motherfuckers don't fuck with no Insane Clown Posse. I don't know where these motherfuckers came from, if they under a bridge or what the fuck. But Insane Clown Posse ain't never gonna be cool. But if you look at this motherfucker, he look like he's straight off the block. He look like he out the hood, and his whole mannerism, his whole motherfucking character. But that's what he is a motherfucking character. LA, that's how y'all rocking. Y'all tell me, LA in the comments. That's how y'all rocking. Y'all juggalos out there. Y'all accept the juggalos. They moving like the Bloods and the Crips out there. If they is, I ain't never heard of it.
You know,
So you became a juggalo or started associating with that at like what age?
probably 10, 11.
Really?
I got the Dark Lotus cross and the ring. All these tattoos I got when I was like 11 or 12.
Wait,
I go to the gathering of the Juggalos every year.
Every year, holy
I've
shit.
never performed. I've never tried to perform.
Wow.
I mean, I've been to the last 5, and then I went back then when I was a kid. But I don't ever try to perform. Like, that's my 4 days out of the year that I go and do all the drugs I want.
That's
like, I'm from the valley, bro. I'm from the motherfucking... All my homies died on heroin and fentanyl growing up. I don't have any day ones.
What?
Really?
All my...
Hey, I'm lost. Y'all help me understand this right here. So the man just said every year he go to the gathering of the juggalos. Motherfucking all his homies is dead from heroin and fentanyl. And motherfucking he bragging like, you know, like he coming across with that mannerism. But where I come from, it ain't never been cool to be no motherfucking junkie. That's this new age shit. It ain't never been cool to be a junkie. On the contrary, you actually be in violation. Like, your big homies would violate you if they found out you was fucking with powder or motherfucking doing any of that shit, because once again, motherfuckers have the bar way higher than what it is today. I guess anything is acceptable in this day and age, but ultimately the man just said he gonna go do all the drugs. Ain't no telling what he, you know, what motherfucking drugs they doing at that motherfucking shit. It's already ICP, the gathering. I can only imagine. I ain't from Cali like that, so y'all tell me, is the valley motherfucking, is that supposed to be like a gangsta ass area? Just with motherfucking, I've always heard the valley of being like motherfucking Sherman Oaks and all that shit, North Hollywood. I thought that was a good area to live in, but you know, once again, I could be wrong. Y'all tell me in the comments. Let's hear what else he gotta say.
Homies is dead, bro. All the juggalos and all my homies I grew up with. Heroin's a big problem in the valley in LA, especially back then. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm from the valley all the way, but my parents are in the music industry. My mom's a business manager for entertainment, and she's done a lot. My dad was is a guitar player, and back in the day, you know, he did the soundtrack for Pulp Fiction, and he did some really dope shit in his day for sure. We grew up in the hood all the way. You know, the music industry doesn't, you know, pay it unless all the business is very good. You know, all your business has to be very good to make some money in the industry. Like my dad, for example, you know, like he was way up back in the 70s and he was a guitar player. He's like, at any moment I could have spent $100K and motherfucking put my career into out of here in the 70s. But he's like, no, like you get so up at a certain point, you're like.
So y'all help me understand, man. Like I'm trying to follow bro here, right? But he just said he from the hood. His mom's this, his mom's that, his dad's this, his dad was up, motherfucking, like, which one is it? Like, is you from the hood, you didn't have it, you really started at the bottom, or did your people have it, and you motherfucking, I mean, you talking about your rap career, so you motherfucking, you started at the bottom, and now you here type of shit? Old young Drake, the white Drake here, is that how that shit work? You tell me. Like, I'm trying to figure it out, because, I mean, it sounds like he contradicted himself, though. Y'all, what y'all think? Y'all tell me in them comments down there, and we can pick it up on that note.
Like when you say you sort of cracked out of the juggalo mold, if that's accurate?
When I went to Atlanta at 17. But I'm saying that was like
Atlanta rocking that, they'd probably be looking at you crazy, right?
Yeah. It's a culture.
You was a Juggalo, and then you said you went to motherfucking Atlanta, and of course, you can't be like that in Atlanta, right? Motherfucking, you pull up with that weird face paint shit in Atlanta, and what the fuck is they gonna say? What they, motherfucking, you was smart enough to at least realize that motherfucker, you need to take that mask off and motherfucker come back to earth. But then, I guess he said, when did that crack and go off? So now you picked up a new persona, a new character, and that's this motherfucker right here that we looking at, right? This Wakko the Kid with the motherfucking 2 braid ponytail. If you was a blood, then turned into a Crip, you'd be known as a Buster, right? But y'all tell me, let's get in the comments.
It's a culture that it doesn't have to be blurred out. Like, a lot of people love doing that. Like, I like being me. And I like dressing like how I like to dress. And part of being a Juggalo is accepting all that.
Right.
You can't not tell nobody that you are not.
Aspiring rapper and another man are fighting for their lives tonight.
Crime scene investigators say robbers fired 26 shots.
Victim is rapper Wakko the Kid.
He wound up getting shot 6 times.
A driveway, or like where are you pulling in when the shit starts to unfold?
I pull into my driveway, and there was a car parked like 3-4 houses down.
Okay.
And like, I'm from the streets. Like, I double the block all the time. I'm paranoid. I know, what I'm saying? I'm looking in the rear view mirror. When a car in Los Angeles is so packed, there's so many houses, like if a car is parked 3-4 houses down with their headlights on, like, you don't think that. Like, you don't think to,
right.
So
it might spark a little something in your brain, but it's not going to be like, oh, that's.
I'm thinking it's the neighbors.
Yeah.
And I don't have any ops. I don't beef it with nobody. I don't gangbang, like none of that. Like, all I do is.
So let's hold him up. Let's hold him up right there, because he from the streets. He just said he pulling up. He ain't thinking that it's the neighbors. It's him and 2 other people. Nobody in the car got a burner. The motherfuckers got on jewelry. Motherfucking, he's paranoid. So he says he is. And you mean to tell me they get the drop on you like this quick, that fast? Already you naked in the streets without no motherfucking pistol, right? And you got the jewelry on. We know that, hands down, right? But ultimately, he just say he don't gang bang. He don't do none of that shit. Like he gonna go on further, right? We gonna hear him out, and he gonna paint himself good. I'm sure he take care of his people. He put them on, salute, right? But ultimately, you in the streets. Ultimately, you say, are you portraying that you this motherfucker from the streets? And you mean to tell me they just get the drop on you this easy? Y'all no signs go off anywhere. Nobody's nothing. It's crazy to me, but that's my humblest of opinions.
Provide for my people and put everybody I possibly can in position. Like, I'm very open with, I'm a really genuine person, so I'm not thinking nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
So let's hear out his music. Let's see what that sound like. Let's see what he be talking about in his music if he's really that humble. Let's peep him out.
Trapping them pies, clapping them nines. Pockets on Mickey, these heads super size. These niggas pussy, I see it in the skies.
If they ain't with us, then the bouncer don't let them in. Mix up a lick, so we pour out the medicine. Back to back bourbons, we move like the president. Ghetto is from upon us, got no etiquette. Rockstar going hard like the sticks. Rockin' skinnies, but we still with the shits. Watch what you say, we don't play by no disc. Spray the whole shit on my shooter, don't miss.
So we gonna hold it right there, man. We just heard this man clapping them knives, the shooter don't miss, motherfucking, he making gun motions, the whole motherfucking nine. He talking on some gangster shit right there, but then motherfucker just look at you and see that you a lick, bro. You like, your skin is baby skin. You got baby skin, bro. Like, your skin is soft, like fresh out the womb type of shit. And motherfucking the wolves see that shit. But let's get back to it.
Okay.
But I do have jewelry, and I am a high-profile person, especially in North Hollywood and in the Valley where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always paranoid, but 3-4 houses down it's not written in the rules of the streets to double the block if there's a car in packed-ass North Hollywood.
You talking about the rules of the street, but man, hold up real quick. Let's get it straight. The rules of the street, if we know first and foremost, is always have that motherfucking thing on you, especially when you got 80K of jewelry or whatever the hell you be having. So let's not talk about the rules of the streets if you ain't gonna apply all of them. You know what I mean? Because ultimately you slipping, and believe me, we just now seeing the beginnings of all this shit. Because the world's gonna get hungrier and hungrier. The Bible even says it. But let's hear him out.
Hollywood,
Right. And so you had all your jewelry on?
Yeah.
How much, if you had to estimate? You
Just
have
my
on?
one, the big Cuban with the 818 Wakko.
Okay.
Shit weigh like 600 grams.
Okay.
You know I had to go crazy for my boy Wakko, man. Check the details. Yes, sirski. 4 rows of diamonds on the sides. Over 600 grams. You know what I mean? Neck heavy for surely. All bussy. VVS's.
So you had a significant amount of money on you?
Yeah,
basically.
for sure.
Right. And so what is it? You pull into the parking lot, or
I pull in the driveway of my house.
Okay.
And I get out the car, and there wasn't really any talking. Like the second I got out the car, my engineer, my boy Caleb Perez, he opened the passenger seat car. Like, all right, so basically I get out the car and I look, and they're running up tactical, like crouched down with masks on, with like 2 or 3 people pointed guns at me, right? So I'm automatically like, all right, yo, you know what I'm saying? I put my hands up, y'all beat me to the draw, like I can't do nothing.
Right.
So my boy don't really know what's going on. He didn't really hear nothing because they was trying to keep it quiet. So when my boy opened the passenger seat, I think it just scared him, bro. And they just started opening fire, bro. And
because that's the scenario we always think of, is like, you know, if somebody ran up on me and trying to rob me like that, and I could just be like, here, yeah, take my shit.
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of like the dream scenario of getting robbed. Like, if you're able to just walk away from it, fuck it. Like, you know, I'll forget about the chain. I'll try to never think about the shit.
We learn from these situations, and you got this dumbass Adam over here talking about the dream scenario. Motherfucker, anytime you moving with jewelry or motherfucking high profile or got yourself out there in the public's eye, especially showing that you flaunt money, like in 2022, in this time and day and age, shit, even in previous times, the rule is to know that you slipping if you ain't got that thing on you, or that you got security around you. And my man ain't got neither. He just got 2 humble friends with him that's just really nice guys, you know what I mean? And ultimately, motherfucker, learn from the scenario, but you lucky to even be walking away with your life. Like, you should have been able to read on this shit a long time ago. You from the streets, ain't you? You didn't think this was happening? You rap about this shit every motherfucking day. How you ain't realize that this is a possibility any day, any way you moving, anytime you hopping out, anywhere you going? Motherfuckers don't get it. I guess motherfucking new age, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all should learn from my generation and the generations before mine, because motherfucking this shit ain't nothing new. But let's hear the rest of it.
there wasn't too much
Conversation.
talking. Yeah.
It was like almost immediate because they didn't realize your boy was going to be getting out of the car.
Yeah, I think they thought, and my boy is the coolest kid in the world. He's just an audio engineer, you know?
Okay.
But they don't know what's going on, and they know the type of people I be with, and they know I have security, and they know that, you know what I'm saying?
You have security at times?
Absolutely. Like,
did y'all hear his voice change when he said what he was talking about right there? Like they don't know that. And if they do know it, they knew the opposite. They knew you was a mark, and they knew you was who. They really did know who you was with. They knew you was with 2 nice motherfuckers. That's why I tell you this is an inside job. They knew who you was with. They knew you was slipping. But why they shot you up that quick is very questionable. But ultimately, though, bro, you was slipping, and the motherfuckers knew it. Motherfuckers recognized it. It ain't no humbug that they just ran up on you when you was pulling up like that. Where you lived at? Nah. The motherfuckers done been peeped you. But you know, ultimately, it's a sad state of affairs.
they're my family.
Okay.
And close friends, but to the outside, you know what I'm saying, they look like security.
Right.
Like, I be with OGs. I don't be with a lot of young people at all. My whole immediate crew is all 50 years old plus.
Right.
So from the outside.
So he just said that's all he be with his OGs and motherfucking his crews, this, that, and the third. But where was your OGs at when this was happening? Many of your OGs motherfucking schooled you and said, bro, when you moving, going from this way and that way, motherfucking, you know, things a little gritty out here. Tuck that shit one time. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with tucking your shit when you moving through these streets. You hopping out, blinging like that. I don't care. That's a pride issue, but ignorance is bliss, right? Nonetheless, where was the OGs at this night, though? Where was this at? So, you know, all this stuff right here is just mumble to me because, man, it's prideful to think that these jackers really respected you because they didn't respect you. They came for you. They came for your neck. They came and they ate you up, motherfucking them bullets right there. We can see them motherfuckers was chewing through some shit. For this cat to be alive is by the grace of God.
Looking in, yeah, no, it looks like I be with security everywhere I go.
Right.
So they, you know, they thinking they probably finna get shot at, you know?
They unload on you? Do you know how many bullets were shot?
I got shot in the stomach.
Okay.
And then my immediate response was run around the hood of the car to the front of the car. And then I got shot in. All right, so detectives and the police, like, apparently they can't tell exactly what's what in that situation. So either one of the bullets in my stomach for sure came out my back. And then we don't know if another one did that or the other bullet hole in my back was a shot itself.
Right.
So either way, so I have a bullet hole in my back and 2 in my stomach and 4 grazes on my arm that are all like, took like a good, you know, like a little top of the ice cream off, you know what I'm saying? So the only real conversation was, I was like, don't kill me over a chain. And they was like, give me your chain then. And the motherfucker ripped at it as hard as he could, and it's a 20 millimeter Cuban.
His only conversation with this man that got this motherfucking chopper in his motherfucking face is, don't kill me over this chain. Don't kill me over this chain. Man, that's what it came down to. Life, your worth of everything you worth is worth this motherfucking material chain that you can't take with you. You motherfucking finna leave this earth and go see what eternity's like for that motherfucking chain, 80K. And for all we know, when shit's said and done for, how much is that chain really worth? You know what I mean? That's a cold scenario, and every day, this is how motherfuckers is moving. You young cats, this is how y'all out there. This is how y'all putting yourself out there. Y'all could be this man at any motherfucking point. We all could, you know what I mean? But ultimately, we better play it safe rather than sorry. Stay dangerous rather than, you know, motherfucking be peaceful. You know what I mean? I feel that. But let's hear him out some more.
And it weighs 600 grams.
So it's tough to break the link.
Exactly. But I was kind of like, I didn't really know what the fuck was going on. So they take off running. And I didn't know. At the time, I thought they got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember unlinking it after he did that. I remember unlinking it, but I don't know what happened after that.
Now think about your adrenaline kicking in right here. Your adrenaline kicking in major. All this shit happening in a blink of an eye, motherfucker, on you. Bam. He don't even remember what the fuck happened when he took his necklace off. He took off the motherfucking lockbox, took the lockbox off and said, here, have it. Don't kill me over this shit. Motherfucking everything else black to him other than that, because motherfucker, you've already been hit. You shot in the stomach. Your motherfucking adrenaline is on go. This is a cold scenario. Real cold scenario. He don't even remember it. Motherfucking, this shit's happening. His life flashing before his eyes right here. I've been in some situations like this, so I can relate, and that's why I feel like it gives me the ground to even speak on this shit, because, you know, peace to this man's situation. That's a fucked up situation no matter what. But ultimately, y'all young cats, the way y'all moving, the way y'all carrying yourself, the energy that y'all put into the universe, put y'all right here in the seat with this man right here. 100%.
Run to the front of the driveway. And I called 911 myself. And I remember getting on the phone, and I just felt a giant squirt of blood come out of my back. And I like kind of collapsed, and I'm laying on my back, calling the police, and or calling the ambulance, whatever it is. And them motherfuckers was there in 30 seconds, coming 100 miles an hour with no headlights on.
Ain't that some shit though? Out of all the shit motherfuckers talk about, fuck the police, fuck 12, fuck all this. When some shit really crack off, who's a motherfucker calling? You either praying to God or you calling 911 for the police. So that's the coldest kicker about this whole scenario. Motherfuckers talk about fuck the police, work. Motherfucker always trying to outsmart the police, do some shit behind them. And first motherfucker you call when some shit, some gangster shit, some street shit crack off, and you call the motherfucking police or you praying to God, the person you only talking to when you want something. Man, isn't that a picture of humanity, of how fucked up and how far away we are from the real truth and what we really should be doing? It boggles my mind, because Cat just told us he from the streets. He moved like he from the streets, and here he is, shot up, call him 911, falling on his motherfucking back, life leaking out of him by the motherfucking second. This is a hell of a cold scenario right here. But, you know, let's hear the rest.
So they were there super fast.
They were there super fast. Wow. Finally get the list of shit back. It's my chain and my pendant is written on that shit. So they ain't even get my chain. The police got it. You know what I'm saying? In the end of the day, so that shit was like
So they did all this and they didn't get anything out of you.
26 shots
Wow.
is what the police said was fired, and I was hit with a 50 cal in my arm multiple times, and I guess it was a 9mm or some shit like that in my stomach and back.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so mind blowing that, like, that people would be willing to do this.
Listen to Adam 22. He is a dumbass. This is mind blowing. But motherfucking every day you interview and talk to motherfuckers, and this is what they be rapping around. Reach for my chain, blow, motherfucking. What you think, Eric? This is the culture. You mind blowing. You really. That's a whole Karen right there. That's a male Karen right there. He went into Karen mode because motherfucker. This is the streets at its finest right here, and for him to be hit, he got glazed in the arm with that 50 cal. Had that 50 cal really hit his arm, that'd have knocked that motherfucker clean off. Ultimately, the 9 in his stomach is major too, but by him to be here is by the grace of God Almighty himself. And it's crazy though, you know what I mean? But it's crazy. This is the culture though. This is, man's over here mind blowing. Oh, I can't believe it. But every day you interview and you help project and get that message out there to the world at large for a lot of this street music. Like, what the fuck?
Just to try to get a chain or whatever it was,
Yeah, for sure.
and that it could go that wrong. And it's like,
Talk about a botched robbery.
That's what I'm saying. When you picture somebody robbing somebody, you just picture them like doing the least amount of violence that they need to do in order to get whatever they're trying to get. And this is
The
like
last case
firing
scenario is
25 shots and they didn't get anything. It's kind of mind blowing. Are you saying they didn't get anything?
25 shots right there. That's how much they valued these 3 men's lives. That's how much 3 men's lives valued right there. 25 shots. They ate them up. They didn't give a fuck about none of their life. They just wanted that material chain. You think all them men right there, you think if they would have all got killed, 3 lives, you think that 80K chain, you think that shit really would have balanced out? Like, everybody lost their life for that 80K chain? For what? And what does that chain do anyway for you? Does that shit give you like some motherfucking superpowers? Does that motherfucking, that material shit really don't define you? But the culture at large, really how you really, based on how much your motherfucking chain is. And don't get me wrong, I know it's a good fashion accessory. I've been rocking chains since I was a kid, and motherfucking, I tell you now, at pushing almost 40, that at the end of the day though, you motherfucking, in this world where we at right now, if you ain't moving correctly and this cat don't know how to move correctly, even though you say keep all these OGs with him, how motherfuckers ain't peeped this? How they ain't moving right? In LA, of all motherfucking places, the world, motherfuckers in England know how treacherous motherfucking California is right now. How motherfucker living in the valley don't understand that? Or do they understand that? I don't get it. Y'all tell me in the comments.
Yeah, I ain't get shit.
Wow.
I ain't get shit. And like, yeah, I mean, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
Right, but so you really had no enemies or anything. So
nothing. No clue.
This is complete mystery to you who this could have been.
Complete mystery.
It's just the same shit they always hear about people getting robbed, Beverly Hills, whatever. Anybody with a chain getting ran down on, etc. Huh?
Yep.
Does it make you think differently about how you move around? Like, I mean, in terms of, like having that much jewelry on and stuff, it seems like it's kind of a liability.
It's not, that shit, especially in the tension in LA.
Especially with all the shit going on, man, you was part of the situation. This cat got shot before PNB Rock did. And PNB really from the street started, at least once again, because PNB Rock was a cool motherfucker too. Cool motherfucker. And it's a shame to see we lost PNB Rock. But this is after the fact. The actions is what define you. Before the fact, he didn't know, because he was moving slippery.
As you know, all the shit that's been going on.
Right.
A lot of people been killed and robbed recently. It seems like like something that's going on right now. Like, a lot of people are like, nah, we just finna kill him and take it or whatever.
Right.
And that's ultimately what they did to him right here. Ultimately, that's what they was gonna do. They just was gonna shoot you up. They was gonna leave you for dead. And by the grace of God, he's still here. But this is the kicker. This is the kicker of this whole equation right here, is that this new generation, y'all still gonna perpetuate this bullshit. Y'all still gonna push this narrative of a gangster, of a motherfucking in the streets, all this this lifestyle that either it's gonna take you to the penitentiary or it's gonna take you to the grave. There is no winners. And how y'all go through a situation like this and still nobody in your camp, nobody has opened your eyes, but you look at this picture right here. Look at my man's eyes. My man's got that demon in him. You know what I mean? We need to be saying prayers for this brother right here. If anything, you know what I mean? If you get anything, say a prayer for this man right here and pray to God, the God of all gods. You know what I mean? That ultimately that it helped him open his eyes and understand, because he's blind to the times. You know, he's a prime example of being blind to the motherfucking times. But, you know, this is just my humblest of opinions. Y'all let me know what y'all think down there in them comments.
Hey, Harrison, my AP, you can't hustle, you had a freaking crazy selling self. Don't be worried about my health. Fire. Police blocking to the noise. When they pull up, we don't know shit. Don't be talking to them boys. Crashing from McLaren, drinking porter like whoa.
First thing this cat does when he get out of the ICU, motherfucking, is get back on that same shit, putting your AP in the motherfucking face, the 9 chains you got, motherfucking talking real gritty on the rap track right there. But yet, once again, it contradictory. The man just said in the rap that we don't be talking to them boys, but I'm sure you gave the police a statement, and it was written more than likely, motherfucking, about what happened when the motherfuckers ran up and gunned you down. You was just saying fuck them in the interview and shit, but ultimately, you know, the process, you probably wrote a statement on that shit right there. Unfortunately, I mean, shit, only the paperwork would tell it, but this lifestyle go nowhere. You know, that's why I get up on this shit and make this little video. That's why I even be breathing on these conversations right here, because, you know, these kind of conversations need to be had to open somebody's eyes and save their lives, because motherfucking everybody just racing to the motherfucking grave. Like, what the fuck? We racing to the motherfucking grave, but there's so much life to live out here, and this is for an $80K chain. You know what you could have did for $80K? You know how many motherfuckers you could have helped? How many families you could have helped? You know, you could have even took some trips. You motherfucking could have did all kinds of shit. And ultimately, even though you have it now, I mean, like, how long does that shit last? I mean, in a time like this too, shit, we going through some tough times out here in this world. But, you know, that's my humblest of opinions. Y'all down there in them comments, man, let me know what y'all think. Y'all got some video ideas and some shit y'all want to see me cover, you know what I mean? Let me know what it is. Drop that shit down there in them comments. You know, I'll be tapping in with y'all, and shit, till next time, make sure y'all hit that notification button so y'all get the latest updates. You know, I'm gonna keep coming. You know, I ain't missing none of this shit. I'm like a missile, you feel me? But let me know y'all thoughts. I'm out.